opened my eyes 2 years ago, and it's gone down, it's opened a can of worms, and I've gone down a rabbit hole understanding how wasteful it is. And there is no such thing as a non-wasteful garment. Like, there isn't. It's, you have to use chemicals and whatever, and it's trying to reduce it as much as possible. And it's like a lot of this stuff, it's kind of smoke and mirrors, because so many of the big brands are saying they're into circular economy and they're sustainable, but it's the buzzword. It's like with the government and whatever saying it's just smoke and mirrors, but it is an actual real issue, like it is. And it was interesting being at the Mind Body Spirit Festival, because people are now worried about irritations and chemicals in their clothing because they're being affected from it. The skin's the largest organ, and what are you putting on it is clothes and, also products. So it was interesting hearing from, the punters in the trenches about what's important, and the planet having a consciousness about what you're doing. So I think Paul was saying it, you can't change what you don't know. So people are very conscious now about the planet, particularly at my kids' level, not so much our age group, I'm finding, but, in the early 20s and stuff, it's they only know what they're told or, educated through uni and stuff, but, that the planet can't sustain them down the track. And, I'm actually with Brendan. The planet has been around such a long time, and we're here for such a small blimp of the time, right? It's just everything is just all manipulation, and that's what I can't stand, is manipulation. But people are wanting to do the right thing at the end of the day. And so I'm finding that in the clothing, that people are very conscious about, where it's made, for example. That's a huge thing, that it's not a sweatshop. And, the quality of the fabric, and where does it come from? The companies I'm using, they're very mindful about reusing water and reducing the number of chemicals. I mean, bamboo takes chemicals to break down, but, cotton's even worse with the use of water. And then there's hemp. Everything is, you're better off to just recycle what you got rather than, reinvent something new, is what my takeaway from. And so that whole circular economy of reusing stuff is, top of the focus at the moment. But once again, it's the big companies are doing big billboards that they're sustainable, and then they're just not. It's just not. So it's the same thing but different, hitting the fashion industry world, when I'm realizing it's in the top 3 most wasteful industries in the world. That blew me away. I mean, that's just because I've got my head in the sand and I'd never thought about it. But the average person purchases 58 garments a year.